the number of panels he was on yesterday was quite a few, and so he asked me to sort of step up, although he may come in Kanye West me here, so be aware that if somebody comes up and grabs the mic, I'm warning you in advance. My name is Defrag Dachis. I'm the founder and CEO of the Dachis Group, aptly named. We're based out of Austin, Texas, and very excited that that's the case, and I'm happy to be here. Just as a heads up, I tried to work the word douchebag into my presentation and was very successful at it, but apparently yesterday it was a little overused, and so I had to go and re-edit my slides and remove the word douchebag. I can promise you that I'm not as good-looking or eloquent a futurist as Phil Boyd, and I can, or have as cool a hat. And I can also promise you that I'm not as funny as Saka. So, you know, if I disappoint, you guys will please forgive me. However, I'm here to talk about social business design. It's a conceptual framework and a set of lenses for a network-centric organizational model. I did, however, bring let's see, we did just get a new puppy. I'm hoping that, you know, that goes a little bit further than the humor or the lack of douchebag in my presentation. I founded a company 15 years ago this month called Razorfish. We grew it very large to a large 2,200 person company in 15 cities in 9 countries, a little under 300 million in revenue. It was the beginning of an industry that is now about $17 billion. This month, I guess, it celebrates the anniversary of the first banner ad, the AT&T. Have you ever clicked your mouse right here? You will. We designed that ad long time ago. Exciting times. Also some interesting times that have occurred. You know, lots of headaches, lots of problems in people's willingness to understand that there was a new organizational model at hand, that there was a new business model at hand, and that people were going to adopt and adapt to the internet as a way of doing business and a way of organizing their businesses. Let's see my clicker here. And we've all been there. We've all been through the enterprise software nomenclature mess that is out there, ERP, CRM, BPR.com, legacy, all that stuff. It's quite interesting, and here we are, you know, trying to now define a new way of doing business. The industrial economy has evolved, but we live in a network economy now. So we need a business model and an organizational model that supports this new network economy. So we're moving towards a shift towards social business, and that's a distributed, collaborative, agile organization that's able to surpass current barriers to growth and create new value. Now, what do I mean by that? Of course, everybody's aware we're in a networked environment. Processing speed is much faster. Bandwidth is readily available. The consumerization of IT is upon us. Everybody has devices and laptops and PCs that are all connected to this network, and everybody has access to technology. You can buy supercomputers at the mall now. Phones keep getting smarter and smarter. They keep getting cheaper and cheaper. They keep getting faster and faster. Technology is a present part of our lives today. As far as society goes, I think it's mentioned quite a bit, but the millennial generation is coming into the workforce. They're coming into the consumer marketplace, and they're also coming into our supply chain. So the millennial generation is helping power where things are going. And more than that, businesses are increasingly global. You have businesses that are sourcing their supplies and distributing their goods globally. They're sourcing their workforce globally, and they're selling to a global environment. This networked economy is global, and it is here now. So what's social business design? It's a conceptual framework and a set of lenses for a network-centric organizational model. This is how we define it at the Dachis Group. We spent a fair amount of time thinking about it. And let me just break it down for you. There's been a fair amount of chitter-chatter on the interweb tubes about how we define things and is it too verbose or wordy. But let me break it down and see if it's simple enough or too complex for you. And I know Sto sort of expounded on his thinking on it for the future. I'm trying to bring it a little more to the present. Social business design is the intentional creation of a socially calibrated and dynamic business systems, process, and culture. And let me highlight a couple of those components. The design part of this is crucial because it's the intentional creation. A lot of what we've seen on the web today has been sort of duct tape and bubble gum. A lot of what businesses are using have happened in pockets, and those pockets have come together without any plan, without any design, without the intentional creation. So we use the word design for a reason, because it's the intentional creation of something. Socially calibrated and dynamic. Well, everybody sort of knows what socially calibrated is. It's the connectedness, it's the participatory, it's the collaborative way that we are seeing businesses evolve. And dynamic, it's the real-time enterprise. It's the real-time web. It's now. It's getting information as it happens, not in a static manner. So again, socially calibrated, dynamic. And then business systems, business process, and business culture. Crucial to think of them all three together, and I'll go into that in a little bit. But you can't just deploy technology, because technology alone doesn't solve a problem when the business process or the business culture is still left in the industrial economy. You have to address all three by design. And that's how we came up with social business design. It's the intentional creation of socially calibrated and dynamic business systems, process, and culture. And what's the purpose of all that? Well, my clicker here. Here we go. The goal? Enhanced value exchange among constituents, delivering improved and emergent business outcomes. And what's crucial there is that we're talking about constituents. The constituents are all of the elements of an organization that exchange value. Employees exchange value, customers exchange value, suppliers exchange value. All of the constituents of an organization are there to exchange value with that group. And we're looking for improved outcomes because we think every additional node on the network and every additional constituent that you can add to adds value to the organization. And moreover, there's the opportunity for emergence.